So recently, I've been pretty worried about artificial intelligence and, in specific, its role in software engineering. I hadn't really used AI very much, and obviously I used it in the way that everyone uses it, which is ChatGPT. I just talked to it, I asked it questions, I tried troubleshooting with it, I got code snippets from it, I just one-time code snippets, paste, right? Everyone does that, but I never actually used AI in a systematic way and tried to study it and say, okay, well, what actually are its capabilities? What is it able to do? How is it working? And how can I, as a software engineer, best position myself and maybe use this to even augment and make myself a better software engineer? I was trying to avoid it because I was thinking, well, I'm trying to learn these concepts. I'm trying to become a better engineer myself. And I would see AI as a competitor, as someone who is trying to replace me. And I think that this is the wrong mentality to have. I think that, especially as software engineers, we need to be looking at all of the different tools available to us and asking the question, like, okay, interesting. How can we use this to become better, more productive, and to really enhance our abilities as engineers? So, about a month ago, I started taking this a little bit more seriously and saying, okay, well, here, let's investigate it. And I was doing this on the YouTube, on my YouTube channel here. So, I decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an experiment and try vibe coding. And the rules that I set out for myself were this. I don't want to look at the code. I don't want to do anything which is actually programming. I want it all to be from the prompt and see what I can create. How is it working? How good is it? And number one, what is the potential that I see for software engineering? Is it going to just completely decimate and replace everyone? Or is there a way that we are able to use AI in a way to be better? So I wanted to talk about my results, and this is what I found. So first off, I tried three different models. I tried Cursor, I tried Base 44, and I tried Copilot within Visual Studio Code. And at first, it was pretty impressive. I was looking at the output, and each one of those created a different game. And I was looking at it, I was like, whoa, okay, that's really good. That's really good. But then on second thought, was it? Was it actually good? I don't think so. I really do not think so because what I did was I took a prompt and this prompt was fairly detailed. The way that I did it was I went to ChatGPT, I explained the game that I wanted to build, and then I said, give me the prompt to put into these models. And that's what I did. So ChatGPT gave me a very detailed prompt, and I put that into the game, and they were able to like get a game, but the characters didn't look very good. The characters kind of looked ugly. And on one of the games, it was every time I moved, the lights were flashing, and each game had unique problems to it. And whenever I would try to iterate upon that, remember, I was just using prompts. So I would say, I'm observing this problem. Please fix it. Number one, it wasn't able to fix the problem. And number two, it would introduce other problems. And then I would be trying to chase all of these different problems, and they would just compound. And so, from the very first impression, it was pretty impressive because I don't really know anything about game development. That's not where I live. My full-time position is an embedded systems engineer, and then I'm trying to go into kind of the back-end software engineering world. So I hadn't really done game development. So when I looked at it for the first time, I was like, wow, that's pretty cool because it was able to do this in whatever it was, like 5, 10 minutes, right? It just created this game. But I'm pretty sure if you were to give me 2 weeks to study and say, Tim, within 2 weeks, I want you to study game development, would I be able to create something of similar quality? I think I would be able to create something immensely more high quality than the output which it was able to give. And that's just 2 weeks of studying. I would have been able to create an actual stable system in which you would be able to build, and the trees wouldn't be flashing all over the place, and I would be able to build like an actual stable system. So when I was starting to play around with this, at first I was very impressed, but then I started getting a little bit like, I'm not actually seeing, as of right now, again, things might change in the future, but as of right now, I'm not seeing that these agentic models are really capable of going from scratch to being able to create a full system of high quality. And the games that I was making, those were not complex. They were maybe 5 or 6 files. This was not a large scale system. So if it's failing on the small scale systems, and I don't see how that would be capable a to have a person who is not technical, who doesn't understand engineering, and be able to just do from prompts. Now, does that mean that AI is not useful? No, 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 no. I have found very, very, very good use for AI, and one of the methods that I found was in the last video. I was trying to investigate this one repository on GitHub, and there was a whole bunch of things going on. And I was trying to understand, okay, what are the different connections of all of the different components within this repository? There was a whole bunch of C files that create a daemon, and then you have a wrapper, more C files that are wrappers to communicate to that daemon. Then there was a Python program that also was a wrapper to communicate with the daemon, and I was trying to figure out how is this working? So what I did was I took that repository, I cloned it down to my local machine, and then I had Copilot, I told Copilot, investigate the code. Tell me what's going on. What are the different components? Show me how the information is flowing between the components. List everything out. And it was able to go in, investigate all of that code, and it created a beautiful output file. And I was able to read that output file. And within 2 hours, it saved me immense, like days and days and days of investigation. Now, would I have been able to do that on my own? Yeah, of course. Nothing stopping me. But it would have taken me a long time to try to understand what and how all of those components within the repository were actually working together. And when I was reading the output, it was talking about, well, okay, so the daemon is expecting commands as a sock. It's a TCP socket, and it's expecting a command in this many bytes, and each byte corresponds to specific parameters. So you have byte number one is the command, byte number two is parameter number one, byte number three is parameter number two, right? And as an engineer, you look at this, and because you have the technical knowledge and the technical capabilities and understanding of what is TCP, what is a socket, uh, how do you create a byte array, all of these things, because you understand that when you go in and you read this documentation, it's so clear and it's easy. And now you read it and you might start to get under the impression like, well, hold on, then what is my role? Because this is so easy, it's so obvious. But it's not. The only reason that you think it's obvious is because you have those skills, you have that understanding, you speak that language. If you're not able to have those skills and you don't speak that language, it's going to be almost impossible for you to know these things. Even if the instructions are very simple, it's going to be immensely difficult. And I can give an example of this. Are you ready? 好，那我想你把你的手放在你的头上，什么这个真的是很容易，但是如果你不会说中文，那你啥都不会做。All right, ready? One, two, three. It's pretty easy. What I said was, I want you to take your hand, put it on your head. Number one, the command or the instruction is pretty easy. And number two, the action is easy too. But if you don't speak the language, you're not going to be able to actually understand or perform the action. Let's try it again. 好，模拟的笔字. One, two, three. Were you able to get that one? 伸舌头, right? Like, if you don't speak the language, if you don't have the technical capabilities, even no matter how clear the instruction is, no matter how easy the action is, you're not going to be able to actually perform those operations. So, does that mean that the understanding that the technical capabilities and being good at engineering is less important? I don't think so at all. I think actually it's quite the opposite. I think it is more important because what this allows you to do is you're able to move much faster. The more skills you have, the better and faster you are going to be able to develop something and develop of high quality. So you're able to take in all of this information, and because you understand these technical concepts, you're then able to quickly absorb it, quickly understand it, and then move forward very fast in developing the project. So this is what I'm starting to feel with AI right now is I think that as engineers, actually, this can be a huge advantage to us. And I'm really excited to be able to say, okay, well, I want to keep going. I want to learn more about how I, as an engineer, can use AI as a partner instead of an adversary. And so, what I think I'm going to be doing with my channel is obviously, I'm going to be continuing to do my project videos. I'm going to be doing all of those engineering investigation videos, all of the videos that I am doing. But specifically with the vibe coding, what I want to do is I want to start investigating two things. Number one is how what I just mentioned about how do you be able to use AI for learning and taking in a lot of information and being able to move really quickly. The second thing that am curious about is okay, when you have a when you have a project that is already kind of working, are you able to use AI to fix things and to be able to make it better? Because if you think about it in this context, what's going on is your project itself is also part of the prompt. Because it's going to be able to look at your project and kind of see what you're asking. And then if you ask a very specific prompt to fix something, is it able to do it? And now, instead of just kind of blindly not looking at the code, not looking at anything, but just entering in a prompt. Well, how about as a software engineer? I ask it to fix something, does it do a good job, and how am I able to use it in this capacity? So I want to be exploring both of those things. So that's kind of how I'm going to be moving forward with these uh, vibe coding series. Also, obviously, as new models come out, I'm going to be playing around with them, just seeing what they can do, and we're just going to continue to be experimenting. But this is kind of what I've seen so far with vibe coding and kind of the feeling that I'm getting with using these AI models and how we as software engineers might be able to fit within this new world. All right, so anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. If you want to continue with me on this journey, I would love to have you. Subscribe to this channel. And yeah, so thank you for watching. My name is Timothy Lee Grant, and I will see you guys very soon.